Yo, what is up you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the ATM business versus the real estate business. So that's what we're talking about today, coming right up.
Yeah, I pulled up the police and ended the ATM, pulled up the Kroger and emptied the ATM, pulled up the BOA, emptied the ATM, pulled up the Sunchos and started a new account.
Alright, so before we get to the video, I just want to say I am not a real estate expert, but I do know a whole lot about the ATM business, and I actually pulled these numbers from one of my buddies that contacted me a couple of weeks ago. His name is the Financial Freedom Journal, or also known as Dan. I'll leave links down in the description below. You guys can go ahead and check him out. He's a veteran, or he's still active military. He knows a lot about real estate, super good guy, and he's really building his portfolio out, and we're all rooting for him. So the first thing that we're going to start off with is we're actually going to start off with the real estate business. Now, these are the numbers that I actually pulled from one of Dan's investment properties. Now, he did invest in this home. It was two duplexes on the same lot. So there were 4 rental units on this one lot. Now, the home itself, that actually cost $87,500. And he actually had to pay an out-of-pocket, he had to actually go to his bank, take 40 grand out of pocket just to invest in this one deal. Now, he also had to fix up the home, hire some contractors to come in, fix up the home because the home was abandoned, it was beat up, and it actually needed to be, fixed up a little bit. So the total cost of fixing up the home, that was $53,000. Now, he couldn't do all that by himself. He needed a little help from the bank. So what he actually had to do was he actually had to get a loan so that he could afford to fix up the home. So he went to the bank and he actually got a loan for $100,000 and $100,500. Now, after the home is all fixed up, he actually has to go out, find some tenants, and each tenant pays him some monthly price, and so his gross revenue is $2,500. That is every single month, so that's recurring income that's coming in every single month. But with real estate, you have to remember that you do have expenses. Like any other business, you do have some expenses. Now, his total operating expenses comes out to be $660. This pays for a property manager. I believe this also includes if anything breaks in the house, he puts money aside so that he can go ahead and fix it. So that means that his net operating income, or his NOI, that comes out to be $1,840 per month. Now, his monthly mortgage after refinance, because I'm not going to get into it in this video, but pretty much what a refinance is you go out, after you have a mortgage, you go out and you find another mortgage to basically pay for that mortgage that you have. So after he refinanced it, the total monthly price for the mortgage comes out to be $850 per month. Now, his total cash flow, if you take into account his net operating income minus the monthly mortgage expenses, his cash flow comes out to be $990 a month. And if you multiply that amount by 12 to get his yearly income, that comes out to be $11,880 per year. Now, after doing all of the math for this, he actually doesn't get his money back until 3 years and 4 months later. So, 3 years and 4 months just to get your money back. Now, that to me it seems like it's a really long time just to get your money back from that initial deal that you did many years ago. So his ROI comes out to be 30.3%. Now, that ROI, it's pretty decent. If you invested in like stocks or mutual funds or bonds or something like that, obviously it's going to be really low, under 10%. So 30.3% is not a bad deal, but I'm going to show you guys how you can actually increase your ROI with the ATM business. Now, say with the ATM business, he took that initial $40,000 because that's the money that he took to put into that real estate deal. He had $40,000 just sitting in his bank account. So say we take that $40,000 and we actually go out and we buy 6 ATM machines, and that's actually enough money for us to buy the machines and actually load the machines with cash. So that's going to give us the best bang for our buck, because we can get the biggest chunk out of that deal. So say he gets 6 machines, say on the low end. Now I'm really lowballing this. $300 per machine in profit to $500 per machine in profit. Now those are super conservative numbers. You know, I got machines out there that do over $1,000 a month, so just keep that in mind when we're doing these calculations. So if you multiply this amount by the 6 machines, that comes out to be $1,800 to $3,000 per month, guys. Now, just keep in mind that we don't have a mortgage, we don't have any tenants, and we don't have a property manager. So that means that a lot of the headache involved in investing in real estate, that is all wiped away. It's gone. So we don't have to worry about hiring somebody or fixing the plumbing if, you know, a pipe breaks in the house, or hiring an electrician or anything like that, because we don't have any of these problems right here. Now that means that our NOI comes out to be, on a conservative number, $1,800 to $3,000 per month. Now that's super conservative. So if we multiply that by 12, our yearly NOI comes out to be $21,600 to $36,000 per year. So that means that our ROI is somewhere between 54% to 90%. And remember, I said these are super conservative numbers because I have machines out there that do over $1,000 per month. I know some people, they have, you know, dispensaries, strip clubs, casinos, shopping malls. Those do over $2,000 per month. So you can even get this up to 100%, sometimes even 200% ROI. It really depends on the location that you put your ATM machine at. But you know, I think the best part about investing in something like an ATM business is so much better than a real estate business. Well, you know, they both have their pros and cons, but I think a good thing with this ATM business is he actually gets paid every single day, or he can get paid monthly. And that means his money's not locked up in that deal for the next X amount of years. Because with real estate, you actually need a lot of cash up front to invest in another deal. So say he were to buy this first property for $40,000, right? Then he wouldn't be able to buy a second property of the same value until 3 years and 4 months down the road. But with an ATM business, since the cost of purchasing a new machine is so much lower, you know, $5,000, $6,000, if he were to invest in something like an ATM business, since he has cash flow coming in every single month, he could probably get a machine after the second or third month, and then that would just bring his ROI up a little more, and then he could just reinvest that money over and over. So you can reinvest your money in the ATM business a lot sooner than you can with a real estate business, because it doesn't require so much capital up front. Now, at the beginning of this video, I said that I was not an expert in real estate, but my buddy Dan is. So make sure you go ahead and check out his channel. Again, I do have that link down in the description below. But Dan actually knew that the ATM business was a little bit more profitable than the real estate business, especially in some aspects. So he actually went out and he purchased his first machine to start his ATM business. And this is the picture right here. As you can see, you know, now he's doing well. He's making a couple $100 every single month. And, you know, even though he's away on business or on work, he actually has somebody else come and load the machine for him, so that, you know, he is not stuck at one location. He can travel. He can go to work at other places in the world. I think he was actually in Japan, and, you know, his ATM machine was making money for him while he was in Japan. So that's pretty awesome. But again, like I said, there are pros and cons to both of these. You know, they're both assets that you can invest in, which I think is great, which is something that I actually learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad. So make sure, if you didn't read that book, make sure you check it out. I have that link down in the description below. One of the best books that honestly I've ever read. So, I mean, it'll change your whole mindset about how you view money in general, and especially assets and acquiring wealth. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out that. Remember, Dan's link is down in the description below. I also have a free webinar if you do want to start something like this, an ATM business. Go ahead and check that out. Link down in the description below. But that is all, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I pulled up the Publix and ended the ATM, pulled up the Kroger and emptied the ATM, pulled up the DOA, emptied the ATM, pulled up the Sunchos and started a new account.